This is Lehman coming to you from in Dutch it's called the Voerstreek, Le Fourron in French. And this is the most southern part of the Limburg province of Belgium, which is situated in the most eastern part of the Flemish-speaking part, the Dutch-speaking part of Belgium. Complicated geography and political situation here. Today I wanted to share my opinion about the end game or a possible solution for the Ukraine war, which is of course a topic that divides opinion a lot. I'm not going to make this a really long video because I've noticed that in my other videos I tend to ramble too much, so that it becomes a little bit too long. But I think that in the Ukraine war we are faced with a almost impossible situation. What the West want to avoid is that Russia takes control over the entirety of the Ukraine nation, which is quite understandable. The European Union wants to incorporate Ukraine into the European Union because I think Europe also sees opportunities there. They have quite a lot of resources, materials, and also quite a lot of area for agriculture. So agricultural area is also quite important in Ukraine, and we can use that. If you look at Ukraine specifically, the parts that are now occupied or almost occupied by Russia are the Russian-speaking parts of Ukraine. And I think my main point is, let Russia have it. Give them those parts, probably, but I'm guessing here. I think that most of the inhabitants of those parts that speak Russian actually do not mind that much being part of Russia. That would probably also satisfy Russia. That would be a condition. Then I would arm the hell out of, I would build up Ukraine and provide them with all kinds of weapons. But the Israel scenario, where Israel is also surrounded by nations that are not so friendly towards it, and itself is also not that friendly towards the surrounding nations. So make it Israel of Ukraine, arm it so that it becomes impossible for Russia to attack it again or at great cost. Pull up an iron curtain. I'm not sure about that iron curtain idea, if that is the right solution. What we could do is try and sorry, I have a bug here. Try and come to a settlement with Russia, because the way, if you look at it, it remains the biggest neighbor of Europe. It has vast resources, vast energy resources that we could use. So maybe it would be a good idea to come to an understanding with Russia, because this war is killing a lot of people. They are not going to stop. Russia is not going to stop. There's not going to be a real revolution in Russia. If you look at approval ratings, okay, they are, of course, you can put a big question mark with approval ratings in Russia. But about 70 to 75% approves Putin's policy. I don't see any signs of turmoil or big protests or something like that. So I think the regime is stable. Russia is going to do everything to hold on to the Donbass. I would come to a settlement with Russia, if they are prepared, of course, to accept this offer. Give them the Donbass. Ukraine will not join NATO because that will be a red line for Russia. Ukraine should join the European Union. And we should provide a lot of arms to Ukraine. And let's then hope that that's the end of it. Because Russia will not stop fighting. Ukraine cannot win this war. More and more I'm under the impression that it will not happen. And then we can perhaps start to normalize relations with Russia, and we can put this nightmare behind us. But also important is that we should not be naive. We should not thereafter fall asleep again. So we should also arm ourselves to the teeth. 2% of GDP, not enough. We need 3% at least. Arm ourselves, arm Ukraine, take Ukraine into the European Union, not NATO, because NATO is also a big question mark if Trump gets elected anyway. Come to an understanding with Russia, give them the Donbas region, because they are Russian speaking anyway. Then try to normalize relations with Russia. And let's take it from there. Controversial, I know, but I don't see another way. I don't see another way out of this. Let's compromise. See you in the next one. Bye.